session here. There's a Sunday 20-meter net on 14,263 megahertz, and that starts at 2,000 UTC, and check-ins are taken from all call districts. Also, if you have any Collins radio-related equipment you'd like to sell or swap or looking to purchase, mention what you have and it'll be included in our net. So before we get started, if there's any additional stations that would like to get on our list, please come now. Okay, well, with that silence, we'll get things rolling, and so we'll go to our first group here. We're going to have Mike, W6MVM. You get to lead us off, and Mike, you're going to send it to Chuck, N6AF, and Chuck send it down to the Dennis and Lisa team, W6DQ, KF6QNG, and Lisa then send it back to me. So anyway, or you, Mike, let us know some knowledge from the north up there. Did you get to see the aurora and all that, the good lights and all that type of a thing? So W6MVM in the Collins group, ND7M.
Yeah, ND7M, W6MVM. I missed the aurora. The one night it was clear was when it was first started, and I missed it. And it's been cloudy and foggy and rainy, really rainy here for the last few days. Anyway, looking like I'm going to get snow up at my cabin in Pinecrest. I got to get it closed up. Anyway, been busy here. I finally got the medical situation put in, and it turns out the insurance company that we have is the cheapest, so we're sticking with them. Anyway, it's good to hear everybody. Really good, and there's a couple of things going on. For CW guys, there's the W6SFM, which is out of Sacramento, Samuel F. Morse Radio Club, and they're doing their bug roundup this weekend, and I contacted one station on 20 all the way in Colorado. Anyway, and you'll hear W6SFM operated by several people around on the probably mostly 40 and 80. And anyway, also there's the sweepstakes, the ARL sweepstakes on SSB. I've been tempted to put a Collins on that for a long time. I don't know whether I'll do that or not. I may put this one on and do it. It's a fun contest, but the exchange is long. That's always why I didn't like it, even though I did win it once for the Pacific Division on multi-multi. Anyway, it's fun. But I did that on CW. Anyway, let's I hope everybody's Dennis, I wouldn't move it back to 7. If you're going to move it at all, move it to 8. I think it's better later. I think it's much better later. So either leave it here or move it to 8 o'clock, where most nets on 80 meters wind up. Anyway, let me pass it on to Chuck in 6AF, W6MVM.
W6MVM and the growing group in 6AF. Thanks, Mike, and thanks, Dennis, for getting things rolling, and thanks the second Dennis for reminding me where the reflector is for the CCA. And I was getting ready to subscribe, and basically it said, "You're already subscribed. Get in there." Okay. So not too much radio to report. Really, a couple of little experiments here with some old homebrew stuff. But that's it's kind of like the Maytag repairman when you own this Collins stuff. That is that ever since I fixed the PTO in this thing, this KWM2, man, I just fired up. give it a little while to warm up, and we're good to go. So there you are. Very reliable. I can see why they deployed these by the thousands in military circumstance. So just a fun thing to report. I guess my wife and I, Mary and I, went over to Pacific Grove early in the week. We timed the visit for 2 nights because it was going to be, and it was, in the low to mid 70s, light breeze, virtually completely clear skies. Just amazing. I just love it like that. And Tuesday morning, we were saddling up to get out of town there, and man, the marine layer, it pushed the car out of the off the area there. Unbelievable. So we timed that really well. Stayed at the Monarch Inn. I'll bet Dennis knows where that is on Lighthouse Avenue. We even hung out in the main lodge on the Sillamar campus, and that's like hanging out in the big pricey Yosemite Valley hotel. I really like that venue there. It's so nice. And anyway, and one last quick story. I braved the chaos and boredom of DMV today. And first time going to DMV to renew my license, over 70 years old. And anyway, I was in there, and they just pulled me in there. I guess it's every 5 years to do a vision check. And I passed the vision check, but I guess I didn't pass the hearing test unofficially because I could not tell if the lady was saying, read me line 2B or line 2C. So I was reading the wrong line, and she's like shaking her head, and she goes, there's something wrong here. And, well, is that B as in Baker? And she goes, yes. Okay, and then I just ripped through it. She goes, oh, okay, you passed. So there you go. Don't you love DMV? When you've got nothing better to do, go down and hang out in DMV. All right. So onward to W6DQ in 6 a.m. Alrighty, Chuck. 6 a.m. W6DQ, Dennis here, and any occurrence. Hey, listen, I've always got something better to do than hanging out at the DMV. but I feel your pain. Been there, done that. Yeah. And just have to do a visual test now. Last time I renewed, well, I did have to do the exam last time because it had been a long time. So when I turned 70, I had to do the exam. And got to do it online. So anyway, just had to go in and get the vision test. That's a different story. Anyway, let's see. What are we running tonight? We've got S-line number 1, 75S3C, 32S3A, 30S1, SM3 mic, Alstar HF Auto Tuner out to the 540-foot loop. And everybody sounds great. Man, conditions are really nice. And, let's see, what's going on? Well, last weekend I was down at the IRD's home. I was helping Sharon. I'm going to be picking up a lot of the work that Wayne was doing. And starting with one of his 75S3s I brought home with me to work on. And, oh, man, it's turkey. It's got PTO problems. Actually, both of them. He had two 75S3s. I should have brought both of them. Both of them have PTO problems, and one is really bizarre. It's there's backlash in the PTO, and I've never seen that before. I don't know how the PTO creates backlash, but you tune the radio. You stop tuning, and then it dials back to where, moves back about 500 hertz. It's like, oh my God, that was just not enough of me, of course. It's something with the PTO, so that's fun. This one, the PTO doesn't go full 200 kilohertz. It's about 50 kilohertz shy. So I got the dial mechanism is all it
was a mess when I first started working on it. It's all fixed up now. The dial mechanism is good, but it's only got about 150 kilohertz of tuning range, and the dial goes full 200 kilohertz. So it's not the dial; it's something with PTO. So I got a couple of spare PTOs. I may just swap it out and just leave it at that, or I may just try rebuilding one. Always a lot of fun, Dennis. And I know, Chuck, you just went through that recently with your KW1 too. So yeah, it's a lot of fun doing that. There's a lot of good information out there, though, and fortunately for that, and having the spares makes it a little easier. But anyway, we're going to be working on a lot more of that stuff before too long. We're going to be, like I said, picking up Wayne's work, especially with the KWM 380. He's got 5 of them there, although 2 or 3 of them probably will never operate again. They're basic parts. But there's a couple that are almost complete, so we'll get those two guys going. But there's also a 32S1, and I'm trying to think what was the other thing he's got there. I can't remember what it is now. But anyway, there's a couple of pieces of S-line gear next time I go down there. Jay, thanks for the comment about Claremont. We were planning on going to Claremont this weekend. We just decided not to go because of the rain, but it's good to hear that they canceled it. So maybe we'll hit TRW this month, end of the month, but definitely try Claremont again next month. So anyway, with that, over to Lisa, KS6QNG in the Collins Net, W6EQ.
Okay, thank you. And again, good evening to one and all. Yeah, I can hear the rain is really coming down now. So,
oh, yeah.
Of course, we're in the ham shack, so we hear it much more in metal roof. So, but life is going well. Keeping busy. Trying to get things squared away at home. Getting my car squared away, some needed repairs, got new tires, some other things need to go through and get fixed, so trying to do that while I'm home. And as far as I know, I'll be home for a while, so that's good. Anyway, Dennis stays busy here in the ham shack, so that's good. Keeps him out of trouble and keeps him off the street. So, anyway, life is good. So, again, thank you, Dennis, for running the net this evening, and I'll go ahead and send it back to you. ND7M from KS6QNG.
Okay, real good, Lisa. KS6QNG in the Collins Collectors Association group here, ND7M. Yeah, well, Mike, thanks for the contest updates and so forth. Like I say, I haven't been in sweepstakes for probably since the early '90s. But it's fun, I guess. I had my fun back in the day doing it, but I don't know. We all kind of move along, and interests kind of change in that respect. So Chuck, DMV. Well, I'll tell you what. You guys need to move to Pahrump, because the DMV here is you just walk in and do what you need to do. There's no waiting lists or reservations or anything like that. This last week, I sold my Jeep to a guy in Vegas, and so in Nevada you have to turn the license plates in so that they basically take you off of the record. So I went by our local DMV. I walked in the door, and I wasn't there probably more than about 3-4 minutes while they did all of the entry into the computer system, and I turned the plates in, and I was down the road. So it's pretty nice in that. I know Las Vegas certainly isn't that way. Las Vegas is more like California, but hey, out here in the boonies, I guess we should just feel lucky we even have a DMV out here. Anyway, okay, Dennis. S-Line sounds great as always. You know, on the I remember years ago, I repaired a PTO that had backlash in it, and you know, of course, I've slept since then. But from what I recall, there was like a little piece of, well, for lack of a better term, like a felt kind of a spacer, or you know, whatever you want to call it, that was in where the tuning the tuning drive you know, screw is, and that piece of felt style material was what took the backlash out of the dial. And so once that was replaced, then you know, the PTO worked you know, as advertised. So anyway, that's kind of been my experience with those types of setups there. Yeah, okay, real good on the KWM 380s. Yeah, those are pretty straightforward radios, so I'm sure you'll get those knocked out pretty quickly. And you know, I've never been to the Claremont swap. I used to go to the Chino Hills swap, but you know, I moved out of California in the interim between Chino Hills, and then when that was closed down, then the Claremont swap started up. So if I ever wanted to go to a swap meet in California, that would be my closest route to go, would be the Claremont one there. So, and yeah, real good, Lisa. Yeah, good luck on the car repairs. I know that can be always a daunting thing to do. So anyway, this is ND7M for the Collins Collector Association. We're taking check-ins now for the regular net. If anyone would like to get on our list, please come now. Okay, well, nothing heard there. Okay, so we're going to go to our next group here. J, NY6L. You're going to take it and send it down to Ken, KW1NG. And Ken, you're going to send it to Ron, W6RBJ. And Ron, it goes to Dave, WJ6W. And then Dave, send it back to me. So anyway, what's going on down there, Jay? NY6L, ND7M.
Okay. NY6L on my only Collins line I have is the 32S1 transmitter and the 75S1 receiver here. Just make sure everything is stable and all that good stuff and running with the wonderful microphone. And yes, Dennis, yeah, Claremont has been canceled, and hopefully it's not going to rain at DRW in 2 weeks. So that's maybe we'll see you down there. And I usually I park with Ron next to each other on an aisle J, spot 14 and 16 there at DRW. So, all right, well, we're getting some rain over here, and oh my goodness, already got 0.1 inches in the past hour and a half. So it's been coming down here. My goodness. That's incredible. That's things are wet outside. So, and I'm looking at my SWR and my antenna. It looks good so far. So good. And hopefully this rig is sounding okay. So we're not going to hold it too terribly long. And over to you there again to pick it up. KW1NG, NY6L.
Okay, Jay, very good. NY6L, KW1NG. Good evening, everybody. Good to hear. Everybody's signals are great tonight, so no problems sort of receiving on the transceiver here. I'm using a TS830S tonight, the Kenwood, and feeding that to the SP1000 amp. Running around 800 watts peak, something like that, out to the full wave loop. Well, we've had a few drips here, not too much rain as yet, but I understand we're supposed to get some late tonight and then heavy rain tomorrow. So we're at the tail end, Charlie, I guess, of the rain here. Yeah, car repairs. Oh my goodness, Lisa. We've got 2 cars in for repairs right now. The Saturn that I got, that's a little 2005 Saturn Vue that I got because it was rigged up toe behind the motorhome, and that's what we needed. It's got a bunch of oil leaks, and they pulled and it was time for a timing belt, so it's at the shop getting that done, but they found out that the leaks are coming from the oil pump, and on the V6 Honda motor that's in it, you have to lift the motor out to change the oil pump. So, and the motorhome's in for that temperature gauge issue. I haven't heard yet if they've got that fixed or not, so waiting on that. So yeah, we're just having fun with car repairs here too. Not a whole lot else to report here today. I've been doing some work on our work projects. We got the project done, or not done, but prototype for the data center switch. The switches between a primary source and a backup source of 480 three-phase power, and it's working. So going through a board cleanup right now to make the board smaller and clean up any errors. There's just a few errors, but clean those up to get it ready for release. So it was a good day working there. And I got my taxes all done, 2024. My gosh, not done, but I got all the data compiled into the spreadsheet. So when I have time, I'll sit down and put it into TurboTax and get that filed. I've already paid the estimates, more than enough, so there won't be any penalty for being late. But I want to get it done off the plate because it's almost time for 2025. Yay! Okie doke, that's it for me. I'm going to pass it on down to Ron. W6RBJ, take it away. KW1NG.
KW1NG and the group, W6RBJ. Yeah, tonight's conditions are, as everyone has said, remarkable. Everyone up here is hitting 5x9, and several are 5 to 10 dB over up here in the redwoods. So you're making it past those tall old trees, folks. It sounded really good. Just one comment I wanted to make on the announcements. I just happened to be reading the reflector before the net started, and I noticed that someone had posted that the Sunday Collins net, the 14.263 net, has been canceled because of the contest going on. So I usually try to check into that, but I just thought I'd give everybody a heads up on what I had just read. Using the KWM2 was a 3001 this evening and a 312B5. Putting out probably, if it's correct, pushing a 500 PET and MM1 microphone. So all is well up here. Up here at the north where we usually get the heavy rain, today was amazing. It was sunny and warm. So I think that big atmospheric river just decided to turn from the Bay Area south in California this time, which is quite remarkable as things go. So that's about it. I'm going to have to cut it short tonight. I had 2 late meetings, one Wednesday and one last night, and my wife kind of gave me the evil eye when I told her I was coming down to the shack to check in, and so I think I'm going to do a one and done so I can spend at least one evening with her this week. Hopefully it will be a much less demanding week next week. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it on to Dave, WJ6W, along with my 73s, and be looking forward to seeing you all next week. So Dave, WJ6W, and the group, W6RBJ, 73s.
W6RBJ, WJ6W. Okay, Ron, thank you. 73 from the group here to you. Good evening, and I'm running the same setup as you, the KWM2 312B5, and I'm running the 30L1 out into the inverted V here, and we're pretty wet here. I'm just checking the SWR, and it's very good yet, so it hasn't changed too much. But last time I checked earlier this evening, we got 1.1 inches of rain so far. And we're going to get, they said tomorrow it's going to be really heavy and possible thunderstorms. That's pretty rare here. I don't really expect it, but I guess we're going to get a bunch more rain, so that's okay. Maybe it'll kill the fire season for at least a good while. So let's see, someone mentioned the aurora, and of course we couldn't see it here in urban Los Angeles, but my sister lives in eastern Iowa, near Cedar Rapids actually, and let's see, was it Wednesday night? At least a couple nights ago, she sent me some pictures of this outstanding light show, just outstanding northern lights, really impressive. And back when I lived in Iowa, I don't remember anything like that. And she said she really hadn't either, but it was pretty astounding. So that was fun to see, and I think they got a second show the next night. So anyway, let's see. I had to go to DMV pretty recently. What was it? Was it start of November? No, it was in October, I guess. And get my license renewed. I made a reservation, and it really was remarkably smooth. Not pleasurable, never is, but I was there for maybe a half hour, and I arrived 10 minutes or so early, so with the reservation, that worked out pretty well. I had to take the eye test, and I'm over 70, and they just recently removed the requirement for the written test for people over 70. So I escaped that, and I just had to take a picture and a thumbprint and pay the money, and the eye test, of course. So anyway, it worked out pretty well. I was shocked, actually. So I was done in plenty of time to have lunch. So I think this will be it for me too. I'll say 73 tonight. Thank you, Dennis, as usual, doing a very fine job. And I'll send it back to you. ND7M WJ6W.
W6YEC.
Okay, George, we got you on the list here. Okay, real good. Let's see, Jay. Yeah, good signal tonight. The rain. I guess the rain is something we're all going to be faced with here. Sooner or later, probably sooner, and so forth. But Ken. The TS-830 has that beautiful Kenwood audio sound. Don't tell the Collins guys I said that. But I got an 820 in the other room myself. But it sounds good, excellent in that. As far as the vehicle repairs and so on, one of the places I worked, their fleet maintenance, they had these large Ford trucks. And I remember talking to some of the mechanics there, and they said that for certain repairs on the engine and things of that nature, they would actually have to remove the cab of the truck in order to get to these locations they need to get to. So another good Ford product, I guess. There, it all comes with design and so forth. Anyway, Ron, 73s, if you're still listening, and thanks for the update on the 20-meter sideband net being canceled. And Dave, 73s to you also. And the aurora, I know the aurora was visible in northern Nevada. Tom, W07I, who on occasion checks in with us here, I was talking with him just a few days ago, and he said, Tuesday night they were seeing the aurora up there. We never were able to see it here because Tuesday night we had a lot of cloud cover. So I understand though some of the people in Vegas, it was clearer over there, and they were able to see part of it, up towards the north. Anyway, let's see. I'm going to take one last standby here, and then we'll get started on our final run here. Anyone else like to check into the Collins net? Please come now. Okay, nothing heard. So let's see. We're going to our next group here. Tapio KF7TY. pick it up and send it to K0 India Papa, and K0 India Papa send it to W6YEC. So go ahead, Tapio. How's the band conditions and everything up there? KS7TY, and the call is Collectors Group, ND7M.
Real fine there, Dennis. ND7M, KF7TY. I hope everybody's hearing me. And band conditions are good. Yeah, everybody's got a fantastic signal up here. And just zooming in, let's see, the equipment here tonight, 32S1, 75S1, driving the 30L1. And transmitting on the high gain, high power this evening. And I'm listing on a 500-foot long beverage pointed due south. So that quiets things down a lot. And the microphone's an MM1. But, yeah, real fine. I'm hearing everybody. Mike was just booming in here. Good on the sweepstakes there. And then Chuck, yeah, I like that Maytag comment there, Maytag repair comment there. And that's right. I mean, this set of equipment, after I went through it about 10 years ago, I haven't really done much to it. I actually need to go through and pull some tubes and take a look at them and see how they're doing. But they work pretty good once you get them dialed in. Dennis and Lisa, nice signals up here. S-line sounds good. Jay, good signal, and Ken too. Ron, yeah, he had to get out of here, but that's good. I'm glad he mentioned that the 20-meter net was going to be canceled. I usually hit that if the weather's kind of nasty up here. I'll get on Sundays, but yeah, we'll see. And then the Aurora. Yeah, we saw it up here Tuesday night. Either Monday or Tuesday night. Tuesday night. We didn't have much clouds, so yeah, we saw some beautiful colors here. Not as strong as last year, but beautiful still. Some reds and greens and everything like that. So it was nice, yeah. And we don't get them too often, maybe once or twice a year, depending on what the old sun does. And yeah, send some of this rain that you're getting down there up this way. We're still in a drought condition up here. We did get some earlier in the week, but we need more, and we need a lot more, and snow too. So we're still in a pretty dire drought condition up here. We got to get these reservoirs filled up. So I was actually thinking about coming down to Pomona for this weekend for the NHRA finals there. And earlier in the week, I was still toying with the idea. I was looking at airline tickets, but yeah, then I looked at the forecast and I said, no, it's not going to happen. Everything that all the weather people say, it's going to be rained out. And yeah, it looks like it might be rained out completely. They did a little bit of racing yesterday, but it looks like this weekend there at the Fairplex, it's going to be all over. And they might not even reschedule it, just take the points that they got and say this is it for this year and that's it. But anyway, yeah, we need some of that rain up here. Had a nice net last night on the Drake net. It was a short net. Wasn't very many of us. I think there was only about 4 of us. But it was good conditions last night, too. And, no, I've been just kind of hanging out, read the new signal, the Collins signal that came earlier in the week or last week. Been reading that a little bit. And yesterday, yeah, I had a real surprise there on the radio. Got on the radio about halfway noon time during the day, and I heard a station calling 20-meter CQ. And WA3, and I go, I know that call, and I answered the CQ, and sure enough, it was Jim Stitzinger there. Calling CQ on 20, and he was on his HF 8021 and running his HF 8070 amplifier. And we had a nice chat for about 20 minutes or so, and he sounded good, and it was a lot of fun there talking to him. So anyway, well, that's what we got going on this go-around. Great signal, Dennis. Just booming it up here. I heard John in there, too, K0IP. And George just booming in up here. Just fantastic signal, George. Well, I'll send it over to John in Idaho. K0IP. KF7TY. Take it away, sir. Okay, real fine, and thanks for letting me in here, guys. I have to admit, normally I'd be on my 618T on 80 at it tunes almost any antenna high. Anyway, I've got a technical problem. I'm talking on some non-Collins radio equipment right now. My 7600 and a ACOM 2008. Now, if you listen close to my audio, it's kind of weird. Now, what I'm going to do right now, give me 1 minute here. This won't take a minute, so listen up. And other than my fact that my enormous black cat, for some reason, fallen in love with my operating position. I'm going to turn the linear off, or on standby, and of course my signal's going to go to pot, but listen to the difference in the audio, and then I'll be back talking here in a minute. So here I am on full blast, and here I am on like 100 watts. Let me tune the antenna there. Maybe you can still hear me, Cat, if you get out of here. You've seen the picture of Art Collins moving his cat off of his desk. Well, I feel like I'm in the similar situation. Okay, no linear. And the amp is back on, so I should be stronger, but you can hear some distortion in there. I have tried everything externally for this ACOM 2000A. I've opened it up and wiggled all the connectors, and there's bunches of them in there. And there doesn't appear to be any difference if I turn the power down right now. I can turn this thing down, way down to 200 or 300 watts, and the distortion is still basically there. And if I beat on the side of the cabinet, which I'm doing now, it doesn't seem to transmit through. But who in the heck knows? Maybe one of you guys that's tinkered with a lot of electronics will have an answer. Anyway, and just so we know, the aurora was terrific here. We got lucky. There was a few clouds, but I'd seen an aurora back in Kansas. That's where I'm from. When I was probably 9 or 10 years old. And that's the last one. So we went through about 68 years of dryness. High. Anyway, anybody with any comments about my signal, go for it. Send money. Hi. And over to W6YEC K0IP.
Okay, John, very good. Nice to hear you in there tonight. Thanks, Dennis, for picking this up. I'm running late this evening, so appreciate you picking me up here. And anyway, only person that I've heard, I guess I was trying to get on here when Ken was on. I was having trouble getting my switches in the right place, I guess. And finally, we got it done. John, to comment on you want a 4S unit when you turn the amp on. And to me, it could be have a little RF in the audio. But it's not that anything to complain about. I mean, I copied you nicely in both places, with the amp on or with the amp off. But And we have a fairly quiet band down here tonight. I'm down near San Diego in a town called Lemon Grove. So I'm not sure what your problem is there, but it could be. I just heard it is a little grainier. It looked like to me, or sounded like when you turned the amp on. But it was still fairly decent copy. Anyway, we'll see what else Dennis might have to say about it. Capio, good to hear you and okay on your activities. Yep, we're getting ready for the rain. I was supposed to be someplace tonight, and I wasn't sure if I'd go because of the rain, but it's not raining yet. But I thought it might be by the time I would have been ready to come home. And I thought maybe wisdom was not to go out. So, but I'm down here at the shack with my scooter outside the door, so if it starts raining, it's going to be wet. That's the way it goes. Anyway, let me give it back to you there, Dennis. What do you think about John's signal there? ND7M, W6YEC.
Okay, real good, George. Yeah, W6YEC in the Collins Group, ND7M. Well, let's see. Let me go down the list here. Yeah, Tapio, S-line, sounds great. Good signal. The high tower is putting out a very consistent signal for the propagation, so the lower angle is definitely improved for us anyway, from listening to you in the past. So it looks like the high tower is doing the job for you there. K0IP. Yeah, what my 2 cents are on the issue there, it sounds like it's ripple, power supply ripple on the amplifier. So you might look into that. Maybe you've got a capacitor in the high voltage supply or something that's getting weak or something to that effect. You don't, as far as I'm concerned, you do not need the amplifier tonight. I mean, you're quite strong without it. But anyway, that's kind of my take on it. If it's clean without the amp and you put the amp in, even at dropping the power down, the interference is still there. I don't really think it's too much on RF. It might be, but it really sounds more like a ripple. Power supply ripple on the amplifier. So anyway, that's my advice. You get what you pay for. And George, yeah, okay, good to hear from you. No problem catching you. And tell you what, I'll take my turn here. I'm ND7M, Dennis in Pahrump, Nevada. And tonight we're running the usual suspects here. I'm on the Rockwell Collins HF8070A transceiver, running about a kilowatt output, and our full wave loop antenna for 75 meters here. Okay, well, tell you what, let's do our 73 round, and we'll shoot it up to the first group there. You guys know the drill. So Mike, why don't you pick it up, and then it goes to Chuck, and then the Dennis and Lisa team. And Lisa, as always, just send it back to me. W6MVM in the Collins Group, ND7M. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, ND7M, W6MVM. Listening to that signal, amplifier off or on, it wasn't that much different. I think you're right. There may be a bit of ripple in there. But I'm sitting here listening on a 75S1 with a 2.1 mechanical filter through a 10 speaker, Collins speaker. Anyway, you sound just fine on either in this configuration. Anyway, I'm running a 75S1 and a 32S1. 32S1's from 59, 75S1's from 60, and we're on a Vietnam War event 30L1, and got a static 10D mic, and we're going out through an antenna tuner, DT Auto, to a G5RV, and that's what we got here. It's usually a great configuration. I hope everybody's hearing us well. Anyway, it's been a great night. Thanks, guys, and it's good to hear all of these good vacuum tube rigs on tonight. Yeah, it's really, really nice. So thank you for putting them on. I really want to get my 75A4 KWS-1 on here. I also have an S3 line, which was my original rig when I got back on the ham radio, and I really love it. And I also like running it on CW. So I'll get it back in here and get it up again pretty soon. Anyway, let me pass it on, and I'm going to say 73. What a good net tonight in 6AF. Chuck, take it. W6MBM.
W6MBM in 6AF. The signals are holding up really well, and this time of year it seems like the timing of this is just about optimum. There were a couple of slight fades, but they came back up again. So a far cry from conditions a couple of days ago when those major CMEs were coming through, you know. Anyway, let's see what else. Just a general comment on the, the boat anchors. Have you ever deliberately, maybe grabbed a small flashlight, gone across to the other side of the shack? I've done this. Turn off the lights, all the lights in the shack, and just so you can really appreciate the glow of the tube in these older radios. My KWM2 is sitting. It's kind of a spacer that places it about maybe 5 inches above the top of an HT37, and I can quickly cable over to the other one if I need to, if it's been warming up. And both of those are neat. But the SSB20 that's a special light. So that's a real neat one. It's got to be a kind of a cold, rainy night out, a little bit of wind, and you've got that cup of tea or whatever you like to have there, and maybe one light dimly on in the corner of the shack, but then most of the light coming through that perforated cabinet. I really like that. Always thought that was that just adds some intrigue and mystique to the hobby. Classic vintage stuff. Like some of the operators I talk to. I'm only speaking for myself. I'm not old. I'm classic. I'm very vintage, like some of these neat radios. A lot of fun. Thanks all for participating. It's always highly enjoyable, and very 7-3 till next week. And on to Dennis, W6DQ from N6AF. Good night.
Okay, Chuck, very good. N6AF and the Collins Net, W6DQ here. And, yeah, I agree with you on that, Chuck. It's nice to see the glow of the radios. That's one of the things I don't like about the L7 amplifier. You can't see the tube. But I think the prettiest one here is the KW1, or maybe the 550A1 when it's fired up. All the 400As, they give off a lot of nice, warm light. But the KW1 looks really cool when it's all fired up and transmitted. With the big green high voltage light on it, the big gigantic pilot light. All right, let's see. Yeah, and John, hey, nice to hear you on tonight, by the way. I didn't mention that before, but nice to have you here. And, yeah, I hear that. It's like a low-frequency growl. It doesn't sound like 60 hertz ripple, though, or 120 hertz ripple. It sounds like a lower frequency, but it could be 60 hertz ripple. And just real slight in there, but definitely quite a difference between no amp and amp. Definitely noticeable. Big signal here, by the way, down in Inyo current. So nice to hear you tonight. Won't hold it. Everybody has got to get. Oh, Capio, congrats on the high tower. Yay! Great antenna. Great having a chat with kids. talked with him a couple of times in the last couple of weeks discussing stuff. So more on that. I got some interesting stuff to share for another net, maybe next week. But something I've been talking with Jim about. Anyway, I will say 7-3, and thanks, Dennis, for running the net tonight. It's always a pleasure to have you there. And big signal out of Pahrump. And I guess I'm going to be taking episodes next week since we swapped. I'll be doing the honors next Friday, so I'll be back for that. So 7-3 all, good evening. Have a great weekend. And I'm going to send it over to Lisa. KF6QNG in the Collins net, W6DQ.
Thank you. Okay, wish everyone a safe weekend. Try to stay dry, and hopefully we'll be back next week. So 7-3 to one and all. And let's see, it goes back to Dennis. And D7M from KF6QNG.
Yeah, okay, real good, Lisa. KF6QNG, ND7M. Yeah, guys, it sounds like the band's starting to fade on us here. Yeah, Dennis, Lisa, boy, you're way down from where you were earlier. So, you know, when you're hearing my signal too. So anyway, we'll say 73s to Mike, Chuck, Dennis, and Lisa, and let's go to our next group here. Hopefully we'll be hanging in there. So J, NY6L, and then send it to Ken, KW1NG, and then Ken, send it back to me, ND7M. So J, NY6L, ND7M. Go ahead.
Okay, very good. Just like here. So hopefully I'm still getting out. My last one here too. Pretty much good signal from everyone. And dust it off and well, actually I keep plastic over it to keep it from getting dusty. And what I hate to do is on my college equipment here, the only pair that I have. So there you go. All right, well, I will listen through and be safe, be warm, and be dry, and walk between the raindrops if you only have to. So over to you there, Ken, pick it up. NY6L, okay, into a pleasant good evening to all. So let's see.
Okay, very good, Jay. Okay, NY6L, KW1NG, Will. Not too much more. Dennis, thank you for running the net tonight. Appreciate that. And we'll see the other Dennis on next week's net. Very good. And on that amplifier raspiness, yeah, see if you could take a look on the scope and lock that low frequency signal up with 60 hertz or 120 hertz to see if it locks up with that. I'd tell you, but yeah, it kind of sounds like hum, you know, like maybe a capacitor went bad or something. But couldn't really tell over the air. That's about it for me. Everybody have a great weekend. Stay dry as much as you can. And goes back to Dennis, ND7M. 730 all KW1NG.
Okay, thanks a lot, Ken. Yeah, and thanks, Jay, for being here tonight. Always great to hear from you guys here. Okay, well, let's move along here. Oh, by the way, Ken, yeah, your signal is still doing quite well. So looks like maybe just the short skip between Dennis and Lisa here is kind of fading on us. So band's probably going long this time of the night here. Okay, well, let's see. Where are we going? We're going back up to Tapio with that beautiful high tower. And, yeah, Tapio sent it to K0IP. K0IP goes down to W6YEC. And then George, yeah, just send it back to me. So K1 Tapio, KF7TY in the Collins group, and D7M.
All right. right, real fine, ND7M. Yes, everyone's signal is holding up well. You're booming in up here, Dennis. Yeah, band's changing maybe a little bit, but everybody's doing real well. And nice to hear everybody. And yeah, I might get on sweepstakes this weekend. I looked at that. I know we got a retirement party to go to tomorrow. One of our friends is retiring from the firefighting service, so he's been on the service for 27 years, so we got a party to go to. But I might jump in tomorrow and have some fun and get on the radio and do that. And let's see. Yeah, we got, pretty much just going to hang around this weekend and do that and goof around with the radios and stuff like that. But, yeah, everybody had a nice signal. I was sitting here looking if there was any other notes that I had. And, yeah, John, it sounded a little raspy to me. To me, it almost sounded like, I know you sounded great on 100 watts, and then when you turn the amp on, it almost sounded like driving it too hard or something, like a regular rig with maybe too much compression or just the top end driving a little too hard. It sounded kind of raspy. But, yeah, beyond that, I'm not familiar. I know what the ACOM amp is, but beyond that, couldn't tell you anything about it. But you sounded just fine. 100 watts was doing real well here in Ellensburg, too, there, John. So, but anyway, it did make a difference when you turn the amp on, though, definitely. And George, nice to hear you. Booming signal up here out of Lemon Grove. Fantastic there. So with that, I'll send it over to, I'll thank everybody, and thanks, Dennis, for running the net there. You bet. Great signal again. And I'm going to listen out and say 73s to everybody and stay dry. So I'll send it over to John, K0IP, KF7TY.
KF7TY, K0IP. Okay, real fine. Thanks for all the comments. It's kind of weird, that one comment there about trying to find the 60 hertz or 120 hertz in there. I've monkeyed around with that with no success, but what I'm probably going to wind up doing is just shotgunning all the capacitors. There's a whole big bank of capacitors for the high voltage. And then there's like a 350 plus or minus, I can't tell you the exact number, which is one of the biases on the tubes. I'm figuring that's it, but I don't know. What's funny is some people, it's almost indistinguishable, and then the next guy says they can't even understand me, which is bizarre and at its best. Anyway, hey, let me end here, and maybe next week I'll try to get my 618T purring away. I tried to check in 2 or 3 weeks ago and got called away, so I kind of disappeared before my turn. Anyway, what else? Nothing. 73s, everybody. W6YEC, K0IP, over.
Okay, John, very good. Good luck with that problem. It's one of those things where it's difficult when it's so out right on the edge. And, I get different reports from different people, so good luck on that. And especially working around the high voltage there, be careful. All right, very good. I forgot to mention we're running the KWM2A here tonight with the 30L1. Probably about 500 or so. And full wave loop up about 40 feet. And normal setup here this evening. So glad to be able to get on here and say hi to everybody and hear everybody. Nice signals all the way down the line. I didn't write down the different signal strengths, but everybody's a good solid 9 or better. So, one other thing. I am been working to help a widow out, Silent Key, and I ended up aircraft with a Yaesu FTDX-101 Delta. It's got about 5 hours on it, and with the matching speaker and the desk mic. And so that's up for sale, and need to raise some money for her. And then also an ICOM 7100, brand new in the box. I don't think it's ever been out of the box set up, and has everything with it. So anybody that might have interest or knows somebody with interest, give me a holler at 619-277-6043. See what we can work out. And got the exciting news yesterday that my Alacraft amplifier, the KPA 500, is finished, and it's supposed to be with UPS and coming next week sometime. I was looking for the email that would tell me when they think it might get here. I'm guessing probably Wednesday, something like that. So we're excited to get that back online. I was doing some rearranging here today to make room for it. I don't want to put it back exactly where I had it because I had another piece of equipment to the shelf, and I want to put the amp right on the shelf and not on another piece of equipment. So we'll wait to see how that's going to work out. Maybe we'll hear some tomorrow night. I'm not sure that I'll be there. I've got a conference going on. I should have been there tonight, but like I said, with the rain coming, I chose not to go. And we'll see what the rain's like tomorrow. And so I don't know if I'll be around for this on net tomorrow night. And I don't know if anybody's got word how Skip is doing. I know he ended up in the hospital with pneumonia and a heart issue. So need to find out about that. Maybe I'll give Jeff a call. He's been in contact with him, KK6IRZ. All right, everybody, have a good night. 73s, thanks again for letting us sneak in here. Back to you there, Dennis. ND7MW6YEC. We'll be in the same.
Yeah, okay, great, George. Always good to hear from you. Yeah, Tapio, 73s to you. John, yeah, like I say, good signal down here without the amp, and yeah, I'm sure you'll get it all ironed out there pretty soon. Also, George, W6YEC has a FTDX-101 Delta and a ICOM IC7100. And for those who might be interested in those pieces of equipment, you can get a hold of George at 619-277-6043. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, I think we're at the bottom of the hour here, and we've run our course. So I'm going to say 73s to everybody. Great to hear from you all, as always, and we'll look for you next time. So this is ND7M for the Collins Collectors Association Net, and we're going to be shutting it down now and returning the frequency to normal use. 73s, everybody, ND7M.
Yeah, this is K0IP, the station I didn't get your call down.
Hold on, John.
That commented about the hum. Are you still with us, K0IP? Okay. Yeah, NG. Is it November Golf?
Yes, go through.
Okay, KW1, NG, okay. Listen, just take a listen to this. I'm going to just push the CW button and push T down and put on a carrier. You might have to retune. I don't know what frequency I'm going to wind up on here within a few hundred hertz, though. And take a listen to that, over. Okay?
Sure, go ahead.
Here goes nothing. Say again? I double with you. Say again? Yeah, I don't know. Do you think it's 60 hertz, though?
I think it's 1,500 hertz, yeah.
You wouldn't have 60 hertz power supply. Okay, 73's Mike. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, okay, well, guys, I'm just gonna, one day I'll get to it. The sweepstakes is probably not off because I'm a little distorted and I hate that. But anyway, I guess I could run the 618 in sweepstakes. That ought to be a thrill with the man pass on that. But anyway, hey, thanks for all the comments, and we're just gonna fix it eventually. Anyway, this was probably the first 2000A into the state. The guy's estate I bought it from was K0TO, and he used to be a ARRL director up in Minnesota. And he had this amp shipped right to the ARRL so they could evaluate it. Maybe those guys broke it. I doubt that. Anyway, thanks again, K0IP.
Okay, John, very good. You know, it's not objectionable. It really isn't. I mean, you can tell it's there, but it's no big deal. So anyway, have a great one, and yeah, shotgun the cat. That might be the best way to go about it. Let's see, the other John, you were calling from George, CW1 Indy. Okay, sure, I appreciate it. So George is still there, I'm sure.
Oh, John, give me a call on the phone, okay?
Oh, okay, sure.
You have it, don't you?
I'm pretty sure I do, George.
I'll give it to you if you need it. 619-277-6043.
Okay, I'll do this. Good evening, George. You owe me for an S-meter. You're paying S-meter on my 830.
I apologize. If they would have been thinking they would have put an S-meter that could read 60 over. That's the problem. It only reads 40 over, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's right. And you're over that. Great signal. All right, everybody. Everybody have a great one. KW1 Indy.
All right, thanks, Ken. Appreciate it. What I do on mine sometimes, I just run it with the attenuator on and back off the RF a little bit for all you guys that are really strong. It really makes my 830 sound beautiful.
That's what I was doing tonight. It gets rid of some of the noise, and everybody's still 20, 30 over.
Yep, USF.
Okay, good night. 7-3's all KW1MD.
Good night, Ken. I'll be checking it out. Thanks for the info, K0IP. The biggest trick's gonna find the capacitors that fit in the holes, if you know what I mean.